So I guess I'm just going to try this. Yeah, I'm out here at the park with crazy hair because I wanted to try something on my bike. And in the end, I don't think that's going to work. And I'm out here with this beautiful lake. I came out here because it's a park near my house and there's hardly anybody here today. And also, this is not a place where anybody I know comes, so I can try things out. But yeah, I wanted a space maybe. I wanted to try something out that would be more like I was going to call it bicycle diaries, but now that I'm not going to do it on a bike, it's definitely not going to be called that. But I wanted to do something where I had a space and an outlet that I could maybe, I'm just going to keep walking around because my bike's over there and I don't want to leave it alone. I wanted a space where I could explore ideas of things I'm going through right now. And, on the channel, I'm going to be sharing content of things that I feel like I've learned and that I can share and that I feel like I could actually help people with. But there's also so much that I'm still learning. And there's so much that I feel like I'm going through right now. And I kind of want to share that too. I want to share the process. I want to share the process of how I'm learning stuff. I want to share the process of what I'm trying out. I want to share it even if it doesn't work. I want to share, ideas. I want to share what I'm reading. I want to share maybe some thoughts that I'm going to experiment and try on for size. Maybe I'll try something out, that I saw in a book and I might try that out and see if it works. Give myself, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I don't know, see whatever I feel like and see if that can help. I really wanted to do it on my bike though, because when I'm on my bike, I feel like I'm more on the flow. I feel like I'm able to just kind of talk and not have the camera be in my face so much, not feel so intimidated by it. But, I think it's like practice. And I think if I give myself some time to do it here, maybe do it out in this park, also see the season change. It could be nice to get out. It is going to be very trying for me because, having a selfie stick is something I never thought I'd have. Being a YouTuber is never something I thought I was going to do. Talking to a camera in a park with people coming on the bike lane is something that is embarrassing, but I think I'm just going to have to push on through. Anyway, something I was wanting to talk about recently is I just talked to a friend who said she had gone out and she had had a little bit too much to drink. And it really made me question, I don't know even what to say, because there's a part of me that thinks that's actually kind of fun. Sometimes losing control, and she's on vacation and she's in a foreign country, and there's something actually kind of nice too of not always being perfect and, being able to explore. And that's actually something I've stopped drinking recently. I stopped in April, so it's been maybe 5 months now. And I initially stopped for health reasons. I wanted to stop anything that was inflammatory. And for sure, I have been feeling better and it's been helping my problem that I had. That being said, though, I also know that I had read some at one point that stopping alcohol was actually a good thing for, if you're on a spiritual ascension, if you're trying to do things like that. And so I was like, oh, I kind of got into my head that maybe if I stopped drinking alcohol, doing all this stuff would be easier. But I want to be careful with that. I don't want to be doing things for the wrong reasons. And I say that also because we're human beings, and I feel like we're here to explore things and be in human bodies and do things that human bodies can do, which includes eating delicious foods and drinking delicious wines. Not to mention that I'm actually half French, and so wine is a huge part of my culture. And right now I'm in Canada and I'm not home, but I don't even know if I'd be able to go home and not drink. Um, my sister works in wine. Wine is like a very festive and community thing. It's something that you have at meals. It's not something to get drunk with. It's something to share. It's something to enjoy. And I really have mixed feelings about this. I really do. And I don't want to be so trying so hard in my spirituality and trying so hard to, progress or something that I miss out on the whole point of being human, and or miss out on something that's so fundamental to maybe one of the reasons why we decided to come down here and be on Earth. If we didn't want to drink and we didn't want to get those crazy feelings, well, maybe we just would have chosen a different place. That being said, I also know that, for example, something shifted in me when I started Vipassana meditation, because before I did that meditation course, I remember feeling like I needed alcohol to feel connected in the evening. I felt like I needed it to erase my raw edges. I feel like I needed it to just kind of be able to relax and kind of even be in the moment. Um, but after doing the 10-day retreat and meditating for 10 hours a day for 10 days, I feel like, obviously I did something right, because obviously I had somehow at one point gotten into the present moment, because I ended up, after the course, and I had a first glass of wine. I was so excited because for 10 days you don't drink. I was super excited to have a drink. Well, I realized it took me out of the moment. It was the weirdest thing. Like, I just remember I was having a drink, and I felt like I was actually not able to be present. It made me loopy, which I used to love, but it made me just kind of feel like I wasn't there anymore. It was very strange. After 2 or 3 days of drinking again, that feeling went away, and now it's more like the drinking helps me feel like I connect again. But all that to say is that I can see also the benefits of not drinking. I can also see how sometimes I use drinking as a way to escape. I use it as a way to escape feelings of maybe even boredom, but there are things that maybe are important to kind of address. I was realizing this Friday night on the way home. Usually, Friday nights is typically when you have something to drink, and I was like, gosh, I was just feeling this kind of weird emptiness, and it was not a pleasant feeling. And I know that in the past, having something to drink would have made it go away. And at the same time, maybe it's a feeling that I just need to sit with and see what it's saying and telling me. At the same time, I talked to my boyfriend about it, and he was like, well, what's the problem with escaping boredom? What's the problem with trying to have fun? Or, why would we impose ourselves, I don't know, restrictions the way sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's probably not what is spirituality, but sometimes we associate it with being more spurious. Oh, shoot. Well, the dog's having fun chasing some seagulls. He's really cute. Check him out. I don't know if you got to see him. Anyway, so all that to say, I think I'm going to sign off now. I think that dog barking was a good time to stop. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.